always people who don't understand, and I completely forget that they exist until they show up with all of their insecurities and try to project them onto me. Hello, gorgeous. My name is Gia. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe for more cute outfit ideas and inner and outer beauty. I wanted to hop on here really quickly just to give you some words of motivation and inspiration to kick your butt because I'm the first person to know that I'm a loner in a lot of the things I do. Not a pioneer, but I'm the first one in my friends or family group to usually start a project or do something. Like when it's traveling, I'm usually traveling alone and going to the places that nobody wants to go. Or when it comes to starting a business, if you have a side gig, if you are even just trying to lose weight or just venturing where nobody else in your family has gone, this is your motivation to keep going, keep showing up, because I'm that person. I'm the weird person in the family who does like the black sheep stuff that no one else does. So I just wanted to give you some support because I know you might have some support, but people might not understand what exactly it is you're going through because they have not been themselves. They don't have like words of encouragement because they don't have a similar experience. So you might be the only one, and you might feel a little bit alone, where when everybody needs at least one person for support to just keep pushing them. So I'm really lucky to have a husband who says, I believe in you. I know one day you're going to make more money than me when it comes to this and this and your business and whatever it is, or one of your businesses. So I just want to give you like a few quotes that are some of my favorite motivational quotes, where one is, you see the risk, I see the reward. Or you see the risk, an entrepreneur sees the reward. People see the risk, an entrepreneur sees the reward. So I think this is really important, and all of these quotes really jive with me because I sound like, oh my gosh, I sound 70. A lot of these quotes really kind of moved me and struck me in some sort of way, because I have felt that where I see something, I have a vision. This happens to me like my whole life. This is the story of my life, where I see this vision, I see exactly what the results are going to be, but other people don't. So they have doubts, they question you, they poke holes into whatever it is. But this brings me to my other quote. You can't stop someone who knows where they're going. So there's this picture of Michael Jordan slam dunking. Even though someone is trying to like block him, he still dunks, because you really can't stop someone who knows where they're going. I'm like a train going 100 miles per hour. If you stand in my way, you're just gonna get crushed, so don't even try. So I know when I have an idea and someone else doesn't understand it, or they just can't relate because they don't know how it works. It's like explaining fashion to someone who doesn't dress up, or business to someone who's not in business, or someone who's like explaining your culture to someone who doesn't speak your language. So it's really difficult. There's like a translation that is a communication issue that doesn't translate. So I'm the first person who knows this. And I have had times where people will try to poke holes into my ideas. And I didn't realize this, but I'm actually that person who doesn't tell people my initial ideas. I tell them when it's like already about to come to fruition, where the result is almost there. So when my results are almost like, I'm still in the process, but I'm very close to what I'm getting, that's when I'll tell people this is what's going on and this is what the result is looking like so far as I go on. So people will tell me or ask me, why are you doing this? This is weird, this is crazy, or I can't wrap my mind around it because I don't understand. And so people will poke holes in it and they'll say, but isn't this going to happen? Or doesn't this usually happen when that happens? It's like, yeah, but I have, and then I'll give them a plan B, a plan C, a plan whatever, all the way to Z, because I have covered all my bases. I know all my strategy. Especially when someone doesn't understand, you're not going to give them like the full plan, I guess, or the full strategy of what it is you're trying to do, because they don't understand. So if they do ask, then you explain it to them, but you have to still water it down and then water it down some more because they don't understand. I know it's hard to relate, but that's why people only see the success, because they don't see the hard work, or they don't understand what it takes to get to the hard work because they don't do it themselves, or they just can't relate or find a frame of reference that they can identify with. So when it comes to that, they just see the success. They see, oh wow, I don't know what she does, something with like blogging, but she makes how much she makes, like $1 billion, and I don't understand what she does. She must be really good or really big or whatever it is. So when people have that kind of outlook, they don't realize that, oh, you have a goal and then you reverse engineer it. You're the one who knows all the steps, you're the one who knows all the strategy, you're the one who knows what it takes. So another one of my favorite quotes is, you don't hear a crackhead saying, I can't afford to buy more drugs, I'm gonna quit. Don't let a crackhead outdo you today. So we get so comfortable in the fact that most of us, I'm sure, have like a roof over our head, that we have internet, Wi-Fi access to the world, that we have clothes on our back, that we can shower. So we get comfortable and realize, oh, our life is already good, I'll just do it tomorrow. Don't do that. Keep going. Just keep going. Show up. And there is another quote that I heard that I thought was really good, where a baby, when they're learning to walk, or a toddler is learning to walk, when they fall down, they don't say, I'm gonna crawl for the rest of my life. They just keep trying. They get up. They don't have like all this self-criticism. They're just learning. They're beginners. And when it comes to starting something, keep that frame of mind. Keep the frame of mind that you are a child. You're new. So don't jump into running. Don't jump into learning how to skip, how to twirl, how to like do all these advanced things. Start with the basics. Start small. Take it step by step, day by day, little by little, because the more that you focus and master the little basic things, the better you can polish on later or as you go. So don't think that you're just gonna all of a sudden be good right away. Don't think that it's gonna be perfect. Just start. So I was hiking on this really difficult hike with someone, and there was a person walking the opposite direction who was obese, and they were like what the legal like dictionary term for obese is in the US. Someone just extremely overweight, and they were walking down the opposite direction in like full workout clothes and like walking and hiking and keeping on trying, you know? And so the person I was with said, I can't believe that they let themselves get this big, and why does that happen? I don't know. Like, you don't know someone's circumstances. You don't know how they grow up. You don't know if their parents had access to a really good school that could educate them about nutrition or whatever their situation is. You never know. But I said, you know, they're on their journey. They're getting started. At least they recognize that this is an issue for them, that losing weight will probably make them feel better, that they can exercise and feel good and healthy and strong without having all this necessary weight. And so I just like have to remind you that your journey may not look like someone else's directly parallel, or you might be in a completely different space, and that's okay. As long as you get started, as long as you keep going and keep trudging on, because this isn't like a quote that I found. This is just something I learned by myself. And the reason that I'm saying this to you is because I have figured some things out too when it comes to creating habits, when it comes to showing up, when it comes to committing to things, when it comes to following through. And I'm still on a journey, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be here, be relating to you. And the moment that you stop growing is the moment you die. I totally believe in that. Like, after that, you have no life. If you just are stagnant, if you haven't moved, you're not going anywhere, and that's really boring. I think that you should always be improving. So if you're good, there's always chance to be great. If you're great, there's chance to be excellent. There's always chance to be better and better and more outstanding. So don't limit yourself to whatever standards or possibilities other people have for you. Create your own. A lion will never eat grass because other people expect it to. A lion will always eat meat. And so don't ever let someone else's expectations of you bring you down. You have your own. You set them so sky high. That's what I do. I always say, show up when tired, show up when you're bored, and show up when you don't feel like it. Just do it. Just show up. I don't care, because I have done all these things where I show up when I'm tired, I show up when I'm bored, I show up when I don't feel like it, and it has done me well. I have been consistent with all the things, all the habits that I've been wanting to do, and like it's an endless journey. Like, my room is a constant mess because I'm always doing something. I'm always doing a new project. I am always just trying to do something with my work, trying to do something better, trying to do something with my life. Like, I'm currently trying to get rid of a lot of clothes, and it has given me another new challenge of how do I get rid of these clothes with organizing? How do I donate some? How do I sell some? How do I do this? Anyway, so I have like my whole Poshmark store again cut out for me, and I'm also like, how do I get rid of stuff? How do I declutter my life anyway and simplify and streamline? But I think it's important to just show up and do what nobody else will do. So I have tons of friends who are like, Gia, How do you work out every day? How do you do this every day? How do you do that? And it's just like, it's such a weird question to me because I'm like, how did you not figure it out? It's like you just do it. You just show up. It's without, even if you have an excuse, don't live to have that excuse. Don't have an excuse. And if you mess up, you have no excuse. You have no excuse for messing up. All you have to do is show up. That's it. So I was running a few miles on the treadmill. And I told my friends, like, I came here as fast as I could. I showered. I just came here to show up. Even if I was like, my makeup wasn't perfect, it wasn't finished. I didn't even have mascara on. I came up and showed up to my friend's birthday dinner that she planned for me. And I thought, I have to be on time. I have to, like, I don't care what it is. I will be there on time and just show up because I committed to this a while ago and I promised I will be here. I said I will be here. I didn't even promise. My word is my word. And so I'm living up to it. And so I did everything I could to be as early as possible. Within the time frame that she gave me, no excuses, no later than 8:15 or whatever our situation was. And so it's important to do what you said you're going to do. And I think it's most important to do it within yourself first, because when you get that started within yourself and show up, you have no excuse. You'll be used to it. It'll just be automatic in your brain to do it for other people too and show up. So I'll create a whole other video on that, on how to do what you're gonna set to do. There's a whole step and process that I like to live by, but the first things foremost is to show up. Show up, show up, just for yourself, just for your habits, just for your own inspiration to keep you going, because the moment that you stop showing up, you'll be really disappointed in yourself. So don't disappoint yourself. Just keep going. When you're tired, when you're bored, when you don't feel like it, that's the time to double down and work even harder, because you have an obstacle and you're gonna try to have every excuse under the sun to not do it. So that's the time where you really need to work harder, because then if you work harder, you'll have even better results and feel even greater about it, because the harder the task is to accomplish, the more fruitful it feels, and the more you get done. Just up here, first and foremost, have a strong mind to always show up. I don't care if you show up for 15 minutes. I don't care if you show up for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, for an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is you're doing, show up. If you want to be good at it, put the time in. The more work, the more results. So I wanted to leave you with these words today that you can do it, because I believe in you. Comment below whatever it is your project is and manifest that. I don't want to say manifest. Just bring to life what it is your project. You don't have to say what it is, but you can say, I'm going to be motivated today. Your keyword is motivation. So comment that below. Give this a like, because a lot of people need to see this. A lot of people need to hear this. I don't care if you're trying to lose weight, trying to eat better, trying to get enough sleep and sleep on time. If you're trying to show up for your family, to your commitments, and see your friends more and make the effort to do something better to connect with others socially, because we all need a stronger support circle, and let people in on what we're trying to be held accountable on, so that we have even more power and commitment that we need to put into that. So show up, take the time, take a little bit of time each day, make it more and more. It adds up and it becomes a compound effect, and you can motivate yourself. Watch this over and over again if you need to. I definitely need to watch this myself, because these quotes are just some things that I live by. Absolutely. When people gave me like random reasons of why I shouldn't be doing something, or why they don't feel like it's an adequate enough reason to do whatever it is I'm working on, or whatever holes that or flaws that they see, because they're projecting their issues or their anxieties onto you, completely disregard it, because that's their personal thing, and you already know where you're going. You already know what you want to have in the end of the day, so just keep going. Disregard those people, or just explain to them, be like, you don't see it. I see the reward and you see the risk. I'm just going to keep showing up. You don't understand, but when I am successful, you're going to want to show up. You're going to want to be there. So that's what I got to say, is like the people, I heard also another quote, just like last one to wrap this up. The people who have kept their distance from me while I was working can double the distance when I have my success, something like that. And I think it's really important to know your circle. Keep those supportive people in your life. Keep those people, because I have only one person in my life who's really supportive, and they remind me all the time, like, you got this. I believe in you because I've seen you do some things before. I've seen how hard you're putting in the work and the time, and you're making it worth it, and I've seen the results, and I think that if you keep going at this, it's just a matter of consistency and you will get there. So this is your sign to keep going, to show up even when you're bored, when you don't want to. I believe in you. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.